Hello and welcome back to Crinkpuff Blaze Modern Skyblock 2. This thing is going great guns. It's fantastic. The best thing that I did for this, I should mention, I've upgraded it to a tier 4. My plan was to upgrade it to a tier 5, but unfortunately in order to get a tier 5, you need, where was it? Oh, it's the structure panels, isn't it? You need these structure frames, and they require a nether star each, and I need 56 of them. So I can't actually go any further. I've upgraded this to a tier 4. I have speed upgrades, some speed upgrades, and also some accuracy upgrades. Or I thought I did. Apparently I'm not using them anymore. And I did have the crystal laser lens. In this newest version, the crystal laser lens, which didn't show it in the old version. If you click use on this, it actually shows you that it ups the chances of getting these crystals really quite a lot. So I have stacks of them, and I literally mean stacks. I don't even mean I have lots. I have stacks of them. If I come into here and type in environmental, yeah, 1350 palladium, 850 ironite, 3000, and almost 5000 litherite, and this will just add to all of that. So I have plenty of that. That is not an issue anymore. My issue is now that I need nether stars. So we really need to continue work on getting our dark matter, because in order to fight the wither, I need this dark matter warper, which is this, which is only one dark matter surrounded by obsidian, and this converts skeletons into wither skeletons, so we can start getting some wither skeleton head drops. So some of the things I've been doing in the background here, I have been making many of these for one of the things we're going to do today. Many of these, yeah, nice. These emeradic crystals, I now have 110 of them, which is really good. We've also been doing the void crystals, so I've got 47 of them. The reason I needed those is for a reason that I can't remember anymore. I made them for some reason. That's right, I needed them for structure panels, so I made just tons of them, because I needed something like 56 structure panels for this one to fill in this circle down the bottom, and now the next tier actually only needs 36, so I've got stacks and stacks. So what we're going to do today is, first thing is, if we come down here to Spaghetti Junction, you'll notice it's ridiculous. Like, actually, this is ludicrous. I had to set up my crystal maker kind of setup again from Mekanism in order to make more lead crystals, to make more void ore. So I set all of that up in an automated system, so they just kind of spits it out the back here. So I have kind of 4 stacks, I think, of lead ore crystal now. So I'm going to get rid of all of this. And then I needed more propolis to make my bituminous peat, so I set up my squeezer here, and open blocks is in this pack. So now I've got the open blocks tanks, which are really cheap and hold lots. And a couple of things of honey. I need to get all of this down, and especially the flux ducts that are all around the place. They generate lag. We're not doing too badly at the moment. Obviously, at 60 frames a second, the lag is not bad whatsoever. But I want to make it all a little bit cleaner. So one of the things we're going to do today is we are going to create this Flux network. So this is a wireless energy network, basically, and it requires atomic alloys, which are the hardest things to make, which is just some reinforced alloy with some refined obsidian dust, which is fine. We had tons of it, so I'm going to make at least 10 of them. I think I'll need 10 of them, and then other than that, we just need this flux core, which we can make, and then boop. So flux controller, and then the flux points. So these receive energy, so these are what go on your machines, and then the flux plugs is what goes on your flux controller. And I think that's actually all I need. And there's also flux storage, which isn't terrible, actually. Let's just have a look here. If we make this, we make some glass panes, we should have plenty of that. And then some flux blocks. How many of them can we make? 8. It's not a lot. So flux storage. Actually, I will keep that. So let's just see. Flux controller. I've not really read up about this. This is Flux network. So let's look at Flux. No, not Glux. I want at Flux network. Flux block, Flux core, Flux configurator. I will need that actually. Admin configurator. Let's just make this configurator. So at Flux configurator should have everything. Yep. Good. I think that's all. That's all I can actually do for now. So let's just see if we can get this to work. I'm pretty sure if I just attach this to the bum end of this, that was a really immature thing to say, and it's made me laugh a lot. So, Flux controller down. It says no RF. Please select the network. Create a new network. So, we're going to call it Cream Puff Power. Color. Oh, we can change the color of it. Oh, we can make all of our electricity pink. So let's get rid of the blue. 80 blue. Let's do 40 blue. Right, let's do 80 blue and 41. No, 30. 3. Ah, that's a nice access setting pivot. So let's create you. Cream Puff Power. Okay. So the way this should work, Flux controller, max 20 priority, ignore limit, false, send mode, default, transfer mode, no transfer, even distribution, surge, hyper surge, god mode. I don't know what any of that means. Let's just pick you up. I wonder, do I put you here? No. So how do I go about powering you then? Interesting. Maybe it needs to sit on top? No. Maybe I need to put flux storage. No, that doesn't work either. Oh, I'm rather confused. Okay, flux control. Let's just put you down here. You're not getting anything, and I wonder if that's... Flux plug sends energy. Ah. Ah, I think I get it now. So this can exist anywhere then. So the flux plug is the send energy one. Yes, so we can whack a flux plug on the back of here. Select the network, Cream Puff Power. Okay, right, so that's a good start. So I think that means that if we put this flux controller somewhere, it doesn't matter where we put it. Let's just hypothetically put it here. Still nothing. Select a network, Cream Puff Power. What if I put a flux point on top of it, on the side of it? Maybe I need to look this up, because I thought I understood how this worked. Flux core? I don't believe the controller needs to really be powered or anything. It just needs to exist. So... Cream Puff Power. Let's just hypothetically say I need to power... Oh, that was the wrong thing. Let's say now get you out of that bar and you can go there instead, please. Get rid of you. So this now no longer has power. So if I plug a flux point in here and set it to the network, this should now be receiving power. And all that this does is kind of act as a router. So these are kind of wireless, like wireless things connecting. They go through the router and through what they need to go through. So let's just say I needed to pulverize some things. What have I got to pulverize? Much tin. So let's put heaps of tin in. And this is continuing to get power. And it does not have a connection to it other than this flux plug. And hopefully, does this actually... Yeah. Kind of lets you know that there is... Plug, this connection, point. It's currently using Its maximum sending is 16,000 RF per tick, and I can transfer 300 RF per tick. So this effectively means we have wireless power around our base. Now what's good about that, as if that need to be told, is that we could basically get rid of all these cables, put one single flux point here. Looks weird, but that's fine. And then we can minimize the cable runs that we do. Well, this was a bad example. How is this connected? In some bizarre, strange kind of way. Okay, and then select network, power it up. Everything has power, even though it's now no longer connected to this main line. So that is very good, and that's going to allow us to clear out some of this crazy spaghetti that's going on here, which is good. This is very rough. It's not going to look like that at all. So that's going to help us a lot, which I'm very, very happy about. You are still collecting power. Good. You're still doing your thing. Cool. So that's proof of concept, which is really what we wanted to do. The other thing I wanted to make was an entangloporter from mekanism. And actually, I need to make 2 of them. I need an ultimate control circuit, so I need data control circuits. I need to make actually only 1 of you. Correct. You shouldn't take too long. And then I need some refined obsidian ingots. Find is fine. So what this requires is a compressor, refined obsidian dust, and osmium. So refined obsidian dust is obsidian. So I'll take a stack of you and some diamond. Some crushed diamond. And hopefully you've still got enough. Yeah, good. You in there, and you can make that. How are you going with the data control circuits? Entangloporter. That means I need to make this, which I can make another one of. And actually, I need to make 2 more of you, I think, is right. Because we need 2 of these. So if anyone's ever used, for example, a dimensional transceiver, that's exactly what these entangloporters work like as well. So they can transfer pretty much anything through there. And this is cool because I can just put you down. Well, not there. If I can place a block, beautiful. You're not getting power. You're perfect. Put you in here and get some osmium. Because I need some of this refined obsidian ingot. Boop. Good. And you'll take your time, but thankfully you take your time and sound really loud while you do it. The beautiful thing about this as well is its maximum throughput is really quite high, I believe. So 16,000 RF per tick, but I'm not entirely sure that that's if that's its max. I think that's just what it's at the moment. So entangloporter, I need 2 more of these, and then I should be able to make 1, 2 of you. Beautiful. So I've shifted an M. A highly advanced block capable of transmitting any practical resource. So power or objects. So what I wanted to try and do is take you, get rid of that, and I'm pretty sure we made that digital miner. Did we make that digital miner? I thought we made a digital miner. Ah, I just remembered why we don't have the digital miner. Because my world crashed. That's right. I remember. My world died, and so I lost a lot of the stuff that I made. So, which is why I no longer own my digital miner. I don't know how much you agree with this, but I've cheated in my digital miner. The reason is because I have made it, and I do have all the things to make it, but I'm on a limited schedule for this session today. So what I wanted to try is get about beneath teleporter. And the beneath is going to be brand new now, of course. Just put you down there, make some torches. Make some torches. Bring some torches with me. Bloop, bloop. And I will put all of you away because I don't need any of you. Actually, this will be interesting to find out. Flux. Whether or not these flux plugs work across dimensions. I'm going to try that. We'll do a bit of experimentation while we're there. Flux configurator we actually don't really need. I don't need you stone drum or you or you or you. What I will bring is my bow. Aluminum crossbow. My kick. Key cuckoo, which I need as well. And my bolts. So I can wreck face. This should be good. Bring an Enderlink. 2 quantum entangler porters, the digital miner. That. I've been wanting to make this jetpack for a while as well. I think maybe it might be worth just making that right now. Put you in there and make it armored if I can. What do you need? Diamond dust. 2 pulverized diamonds. Should be good to go. What else do we need? Steel block. I can definitely make that. Then we have an armored jetpack. I believe this takes hydrogen. Wonder if we have any hydrogen stored. 0. Hydrogen. We have a lot of hydrogen actually. So let's just fill you up. I have been wanting to make this for ages. Man, you are slow at recharging. How much does it hold? Quite a bit, actually. We'll come back when this is recharged. And then we'll actually have some flight. I don't actually have any indicator of how much it uses. A little bit, but not too bad. But what this means is, guys, we have flight now. It's not good flight. And it was very, very cheap to make. But it means we can actually fly around, which is a little bit nicer. I don't think it has a hover mode. I think they have nerfed it a little bit. But I'll have a look into that while we wait for the endless loading screen of the beneath. Especially because I've only been here once before. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the lovely sound that the beneath makes. That was very weird. My jetpack wasn't on. I'm glad I'm wearing slime boots. So, I need to get journey map. I removed journey map from this pack because I was convinced that it was causing issues with... well, actually, I thought it was the reason that my world corrupted was because there was an issue with journey map. Just from the crash logs. Still don't know if that's true or not, but I have disabled it for now, so I might put it back on because it would be nice. I mean, I'm not going to miss that, am I, really? Because I have no intention of going any further than where I am. Now, while I'm here, though, so I could have fun with this wonderful bow. Now, that's weird. I love the sounds and hate them. I love them and hate them, the sounds in here. Limestone, boop. Oh, no, it's just a pillar of... a genuinely sent a shiver down my spine. This place is not nice, mummy. Alright, so let's just set up our digital miner down here. First thing I want to check is... boop. Can you receive... I'm assuming that's power. Wow. Okay. That's possibly a little OP. Just a smidge. And you should be able to receive anything that it finds. Running ready. Eject pull. To mine. Interesting. So its energy capacity is 40 kilojoules. It needs that many. I wonder if I need to tell it what to look for. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Boop. So these are super OP then. I don't even need this quantum entangler porter, but I wanted to make it anyway. So silk touch, we'll turn silk touch off. Auto pull on. running to mine. It sees nothing to mine, which I find a little bit confusing. Because usually this should just find a lot. Do I need to upgrade it? Is that what's missing? Mekanism? What upgrades are there available? Filter upgrade? Filter that separates heavy water from regular water. Okay. Muffling upgrade, gas upgrade, anchor upgrade. Okay, so that would be good for this thing. Speed and energy? Not really what I need. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So this just isn't mining anything. And I don't know why. Maybe I might just have to do a little bit of mining myself. Part of the reason I wanted to do this was because... interesting. So that's the visualization of what it's looking for? Is that right? Okay, so it just looks like it doesn't have a huge reach. Okay, so I think that might be the problem. Main reason is I wanted to see if I could get... Away. I wanted to see if I could get prosperity ore shards here because... Would you just... You stupid silverfish. Okay. There we go. Because I've read somewhere. Sorry, I keep just hearing the silverfish, and it's making me freak out a little bit. I've read that the prosperity ore shards are available in the beneath. Oh, better eat some food. But I don't really want to go mining to find them, so I thought the digital miner would be good. Apparently not. Either it's been nerfed quite significantly. Either for this pack or just in general. Are you it? No, you're still tin. Tin. It looks fairly similar to that, the prosperity, I believe. Nothing yet. I do like having a jetpack, I will admit. Good. So, I should have really brought my ender pouch. Would have been a better way to go. And you can go away, thank you. Wow, that's really slow getting rid of it. In fact, it's so slow because it's not actually getting rid of it. Fair enough. Let's just continue on down and see what we can find, shall we? Now, this is really strange because if I look up here, I can see the dots. And these are the dots, presumably, that the digital miner is mining to. I don't quite understand, but I did find some chaos ore. Not what I'm down here for, but helpful nonetheless. So for some reason, whenever I clear... There's some weird things going on with my jetpack. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not... I wish I knew for sure whether or not... I'm not a fan of mining around here. Bring it on. Okay. I can still hear them. Still just not convinced that there's going to be any. I mean, draconium. It's fine. I'm getting quite a lot of that from my tier 4 ore miner now, which is pretty good. So I think that prosperity is just one of those things that we're probably going to have to wait until we get to the level 5 void ore miner. Which is fine. I was kind of expecting it. I just thought we might cheese the system a little bit this way. But dark ore? I'm pretty sure that probably just gives me the dark gems, of which I have plenty. Yep, every time I press control, my jetpack comes off. So that's very handy. So thank you for that. Alright. Damn. So let's just go back to our wonderful world. What are you? Nickel. No. Not what I want. I want prosperity shards, please. As soon as we can get prosperity shards... Oh, well, actually, I feel like if we can get prosperity shards, we can get... Where did I come from? As soon as we get prosperity shards, we can get... potentially, like, double them, which will be very, very helpful. I have no idea where I've come from. It's going to be around here somewhere, right? There we go. This feels right. Whoop. I have no idea why this digital miner doesn't work. Doesn't make a lot of sense as to why it's not working. And I've used hardly any of that. All is well. I'm guessing it's probably just been nerfed. That would be my guess. Which would make sense considering this pack wouldn't want you to get into something like that too quickly. I love the fact that this is generated with some gold there. Alright, let's go away. Let's go back home. Alright, back to a very noisy machine. Which one? Well, it's one of these. But it shouldn't be noisy because there's nothing running. Well, that's a very strange thing. Let's just turn the sound down for now because I don't know what's causing that. Unless I set something running down here. Oh, it's because I took out the... Yeah, okay, so it's this. Whoops. It's because I took out its hydrogen bottle to charge my jetpack. Okay, good. I forgot to mention as well, this is really going to annoy me every time I press control. I finish off the roof and the walls of this bit. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. I still haven't done any detailing to the outside because it took long enough to make everything I needed for this. I think we're kind of getting to a point now where power generation, it's not a problem. But we're going to need a lot more, especially when we get to what we're about to do here. So let's just break that for now. And we're going to get the fusion control thingy-wing. We will need to just put all of this away. Because I want to set this up and start making plutonium, which is what we need. Beneath teleporter. Thank you. You can just sit over here somewhere. We'll just set this up. This isn't going to be the final spot for it, not by a long shot. Visualize you, and we will go bing. Making so much noise down there. Place all of you here. This is going to drain a lot of power. It's 8,000 EU. I don't know exactly what the conversion from EU to Flux is. So it receives energy, so I should be able to put this on the top. Connect you to my network and you should be receiving power. Yes, you're really not. Why not? I'm assuming this might be one of those things that you can only connect to from the bottom. Because I have previously given this power, I'm sure. Unless it has no buffer. It's my only other thought. So this requires plutonium and so plutonium 242, I think. And cyanite. I'll just double check this. So plutonium. Plutonium is made in the fusion control computer with plutonium 242 oxide and cyanite at the top. Okay. So plutonium 242 oxide. So we need this, which is... So we're going to get 8 of those. Well, okay. We need to work on that a little bit. And then... How do we oxidize it? I mean, to infuse it with oxygen. Okay. Fluid infuser, we have one. And oxygen. I don't have a tank full of oxygen. Let's get a tank. Water vapor empty. Because we do have a thing that creates oxygen, which is fine. Fluid infuser, you can come and sit right here for now. Boop. You've got energy. You can have that, and then we just need to pump some oxygen into you. If you can hear that buzzing sound, I do apologize. Good. Oxygen. Fill that. My computer, for some reason, is making a lot of noise. I think one of my fans is dying, so every now and again it just starts going brrr. And we need a pressure tube. Pressurized tube. I don't think I'll need anything else. Hopefully this will just work. No. Does not want to attach to it. So how do we get oxygen into it? That is my question. Can we just do this? Nope. Alright. Oxygen. Oxygen. There's no recipe for oxygen in nuclear craft. That's going to make it difficult to create, surely. So, for the supercooler, electrolyzer? What does an electrolyzer do? Ah. Okay, so we put water in there and it'll give us oxygen. Is there any other better way of getting oxygen? No. So we need the electrolyzer and we'll just pump it full of water. Okay. Sure. Why don't I have an electrolyzer? What's your reasoning? Advanced plating. Oh my god, really? I don't have any of the things. I don't even have the pistons. Be back. Alright, electrolyzer down. So I should just be able to put some water into it. Hopefully just a bucket will be fine. Just splash some water into you. No? Really? Not what I wanted to do. So maybe I need to pump it in there. So I'll need a tank of some kind, or a drum. Whoops. Drum. Drum of water. Just use a stone drum. Put water in you. Do you have a big drum of water somewhere? I just don't know where. And we'll fluid duct pump it into there. Do a hardened in whatever. Reinforced servo. Because why not? Will you accept? You will. Good. Now hopefully. Water. Beautiful. So it just needs lots of it. So let's just do this and we'll find ourselves. Hop down here. Just clear out some of the mess around here. Advanced mechanical pipe? Sure. Just keep my fluid duct going from there. Oof. Oh, would you stop not being on my hotbar, please? Or on my back. Get rid of some of these stuff, because we've got a lot of it. Some more fluid ducts would be good. And hopefully we should just be able to connect this up like that. You should be pumping in there, and you should be pumping in there. And yes, recipe going. Next question is, how do I get it into the fluid infuser? Man, that's slow. I need to get the speed upgrades. I don't even know where the speed upgrades are. They've gone missing. Okay. And they're not even here in the thing. Real weird. Okay. Maybe they don't want me to use speed upgrades? I don't know. Okay, so I've got oxygen here. Can I... This is going to be rather interesting to try and get stuff out of here. Can I just will not connect a pressurized tube to it. So, fluid duct. Weird, man. Weird. So I need to try and get oxygen out of here and into here somehow. But presumably it's... well, it's merely bucket. So let's just do this into here. And we'll chuck a servo there. And I just want to see what happens here. It only requires oxygen, presumably. Yeah, it only requires oxygen. Oh, hang on, no. You can also take liquid helium. Creosote destabilized, okay. Okay, so that must be the top. And it's taking the helium out, okay. So, I think we might have to pump this from a different direction. Okay, this is only temporary, so I don't mind breaking this. And then the fluid ducts can go here, and we'll see how this goes. So it's pumping out deuterium now, I think. So, presumably, by a process of elimination, fluid duct out the bottom will give us what we want, right? I'm super confused as to how we get oxygen in here. Completely destroyed my system, but I eventually got this sort of sorted. Completely by accident, to be honest. So, there's no way to force a certain fluid to come out of here, out of this electrolyzer, because there's no like side configuration or anything. Literally, you just have 4 fluids in there. So I tried pumping them out, but all I would get is I got a little bit of deuterium to start off with, and then mostly hydrogen out of every single side. The only thing... this will probably work now, actually. I'll try this, just to see. Because the only fluid in there now is oxygen. But you see, then that's the problem that you get is... oh, that's actually worked quite nicely. Okay. So pretty much what I had to do is have all of these set up and fill them up. I don't know. It's very confusing, but I managed to get it into this fluid transposer, which is then pumping it into the fluid infuser, which gives me my plutonium. Right. So I managed to do that pretty much by accident and by destroying all the other things that I had going on here. I've also managed to power this, which, if we have a look at this, it's going really slowly. I'm using these insulated gold cables. I will admit I added cheating because I had made an MFE and these gold cables before. I haven't made the HV ones though, so rubber around refined iron. I might make those. They will probably be quicker. At Tech. Just go at Tech Reborn. We'll try and make these. Really? We really out of rubber. Plastic. Craft. Can I make 100? I can make 100. Oh, that's not going to work. Never mind. Because all of this freaking setup is down here. So, get rid of this and you. And I'll put you back. Redstone furnace. Put you back here. Now we should be able to make it. And it shouldn't be too bad. Make 100, you should be good to go. There we go. At Tech Reborn, we'll make these. These should be able to transfer enough of it at a time. Or enough EU at a time. Turns out these Tech Reborn machines can't handle these flux ducts for whatever reason. I don't know why. I guess it's just been made that way. So hopefully, it's insulated cable getting power, but it's not actually powering the machine at all. Ah, there we go. Still not powering it by much. The transfer rate of resonant flux ducts is pretty high. So I'm a bit shocked. Maybe I can power this on all 4 sides. So let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going pretty quick. Yeah, that's definitely going quicker. So maybe I'll just do that. And yeah, it seems like that's okay. Right. Coils, yes. Everything seems to be working. So I'll put cyanite in the top, this in the bottom. Oh, it's actually working. Oh my god. So how much do we get? This is going to be my question. Because this plutonium, surprisingly, we get 1. 1. I've taken down my reactor. I thought we would have had enough. So I took down the reactor. It's getting enough power, which is good. And it's not stupidly quick. So in order to make Ludicrite, the Ludicrite block, we need 2 blocks of Inderium. Have I got enough of that? Yes. And blaze rods. So we actually should be good to go with 1 more plutonium ingot here. It's pretty exciting. Output rate 1 million EU. Yes, boy. Let's get that quest book, because I haven't completed a quest for some time. Thank you. Plutonium is where? Yes. Claim you. Claim you while I'm here. Claim all of these ones. I'll just open heaps all at once. Ah, no, I'm not claiming that one because I haven't done it yet. Thermal wards? There it is. Plutonium. Complete. Incomplete. Real weird. Okay, doesn't matter. It's completed. So now, Ludicrite. Let's go ahead and make some Ludicrite. Ludicrite. Ludicrite block. Make you. Beautiful. And then we'll convert you into ingots. And we complete our Ludicrite block. And that means dark matter. So, let's make some dark matter, shall we? So dark matter requires... I've just remembered why I made more of these. Because it takes 3 void crystals. Black alabaster. Black alabaster takes 1, 2, 3 of those. It takes 3 Ludicrite. It takes 3 void. 1, 2, 3. And it also takes... What's the last thing that it takes? Tungsten steel. Tungsten steel. 1, 2, 3. All of that to make a single dark matter block. Okay, where are you? Ludicrite. Zip. Why'd you explode already? What have you done? Oh, because it already made its dark matter. Ah, 1 single dark matter. Look at that. So, we could use it to make quartz alchemical dust. Dark matter warper and then withered skeleton skulls. Let's just do it. Dark matter. Dark matter block. Where are we? Dark matter warper. Should have everything we need. Bam. So this, I don't believe it needs power. How are you doing for hydrogen? You got heaps. Whee! In the absence of a working working elevator. Hi there. I'm not really prepared. Oh no, I do. Okay. Good. So, if I put that. Oh. Graves dust. Okay. What? Now. Doesn't really work when you have a... Doesn't really work when you have a... What do you call it? God, there's so many things. There we go. So, does it explain how to use it? Is this broken or something? Oh no, it's because I have weakness, hunger, slowness. Okay, so it requires something. if you tell me it requires dark matter, I'm going to be freaking out. It doesn't actually say. G for the guide. Dark matter warper. It consumes dark matter to run. Needed every 6 minutes and affects an 8x8 cube around it. Turns skeletons into wither skeletons, squid into blazes, spiders into scave spiders, and hurts players by default and animals. Right. Wow. Okay. I think that might be a next episode kind of thing. Ugh. Let's come and grab it. Good. We'll just need to get onto our dark matter production, really. Ludicrite's the only thing we're really hurting for, so we can only make 2 blocks, so 9, so we can make, what's that, 3, 6 dark matter so far is all we can do. But let's finish off. We'll open some loot chests and see what we get. Another mega torch. Mega torch is good. Another exalted crafter, not a terrible reward. Mum spaghetti, good reward. Some more bobbleheads. And a fake ME controller. They don't even work at the moment anyway, so kind of pointless. What I am curious about, though, is there a use for them? No. Sorry, no use. I don't think I really need to keep you. Oh, hi there. Oh, hi. Bye, 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 and bye. Good. Right. So, we've got hydrogen for days as well now. Next episode, I'm probably going to do some more prettifying. And I'm actually going to get into refined storage. So this is basically like another version of applied energistics. And I know we've put a lot of work into our applied energistics system, but the good thing about refined storage, I'll show you, is these disks. The way that applied energistics disks work is they hold 4,000 total items of 63 different types. So it could hold 63 different types of items. But even when you go into the big ones, they can still only hold 63 types of items, but it can hold 16,000 items in total. The good thing about these refined storage disks is this one holds 64,000 items, just flat. Doesn't matter about types, doesn't matter about anything. And it also manages fluid just naturally. Applied Energistics does, but in order to do it, you need to build one of these. If I can find it. Maybe it doesn't actually. Maybe it was an add-on. I'm not entirely sure if this one has it. But refined storage, it's cheaper. It's easier. So a controller, for example, is some silicon, quartz enriched iron, which is just iron and crushed quartz in a chemical reactor. A diamond, machine casing. Super simple to make. And these storage disks, again, quite easy to make. The silicon's just made by Certus quartz dust. Nothing is overly tricky. And the parts, same thing. Need the basic processors. It's kind of a very similar mod. It was made before Applied Energistics made it to 1.12, I believe, or 1.10. It was kind of like the 1.10 version of it. So what we're going to do is do refined storage. The other thing is it does not require channels, so I don't have to worry about all of these dense cables and stuff. I can actually just run cables. The importers, everything's so much cheaper. Importers and exporters. They don't require pistons, which is very good. It's almost like this game wants me to use it because pistons are just a hassle to make. Fluid interfaces, all of this is just good, which means all of the stuff that I have as fluid, I can actually just put through my, magma crucible when it comes back and put it straight into the system and then use it for crafting, and we will just be good. It does have wireless crafting grid as well, which is good. It's just got everything we need, so that's what we're going to do in next episode, as well as some tidy up, some clean up. I'm going to get this sorted. I'm going to have to build my reactor again. All will be well, but for now, thanks very much for watching, guys. We finally have our Ludicrite and our dark matter. Yes, yes, yes. So soon we'll have to fight the Wither and see how this thing goes against the Wither. I think it's going to go rather well. Alright, as always, thanks very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you liked it. And I'll see you in the next episode of Cream Puff Plays Modern Skyblock 2. Bye-bye.